Good evening, everybody. Welcome. If you're joining us from the iRacing portal, we are live here with the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series, where tonight we come to you from Brooklyn, Michigan, home of the Michigan International Raceway, where tonight we are set to go 90 laps. If you guys have been tuning in on a regular basis, you guys know that we do not have any quick repairs. The drivers have full fuel. It is a fixed set race and no stages. So right now we are in qualifying and taking a look at the board early on here. The 21 of Jason DeVries is sitting in the top spot with a 37.021 as we see a nice save there out of the 98 of Matt Cherry. Now, Matt does have some, I shouldn't say some, a lot of Cup Series practice. I raced with him in another league, and that right there, I saw him do that at Daytona during the season opener, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of drivers doing that as we're officially going to be moving out of week 13 after tonight. We're already dealing with the setup changes here. Before these cars were tight, now they're back to being loose, and they get progressively looser as the run goes on. So it's going to be interesting to see who can manage to keep the car off the wall, keep the cars clean. We know that these cars run in excess of 200 miles an hour into turn one here. And looking at the field, we've got, I do believe, about 16 cars. But as always, joining me up in the booth, we have Mike Major. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good, Art. I'm excited for this race. It looks like it's going to be a good turnout. Overcast skies should help these guys tremendously, hopefully. And let's hit on the point already. The dreaded blue cone out of turn two.
Yep, that is the one of two new things that iRacing has brought to the table. If you guys were around last night to catch us broadcasting Cyber, you'll see it here as we are watching the 96 of Josh Gallagher as he makes his way off of turn two. Look to the left, down on the apron, you'll see a blue cone. That right there, you just saw it there, that is the new enforcement. You have to stay below the apron until you reach that cone there, otherwise you will be black flagged. Now that counts for practice, qualifying, and race exits. Now the only time that it does not apply is the initial start of the race when you're rolling up pit road, if it's at a track where you start on pit road. Here at Michigan, I know they line up on the track, I do believe. But that's one thing that we're definitely gonna have to watch a lot is drivers, if you just barely dip those right sides out onto that yellow line, it will give you a green flag 15-second hold penalty. So we got, not only you're gonna have to watch the tricky entrance to pit road, you're gonna have to watch staying below the apron and maintaining your speed at the same time. Unless we're under caution, then nobody has anything to worry about. The other thing that we want to bring in too is iRacing has finally brought in where when you run into the grass now, you throw chunks of it up in the air. It looks pretty cool. You see tire marks and everything there as we see the 16 of Elliott Butler wrenching that wheel around to save it, keep it off the wall there. And I know that we're getting close to the end of the qualifying session here, so what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring out the U.S. Army Marching Band for tonight's national anthem. So everybody please rise, remove your hats as we bring you tonight's nation's colors. right, beautiful job as always by the U.S. Army Marching Band. They've been with us for years and they are not going anywhere anytime soon. So we should be almost ready to give you tonight's starting lineup here as we're down in probably about under a minute to go in fall here. Once we see the session advance, we'll get the guys gridded up here and we will run through tonight's starting lineup. See the 87 of Sean Bradley there get a little piece of the wall coming off of turn 2. That's going to be one of the things that we're really going to have to keep an eye on all night here. As we wait for the session to end, we want to welcome anybody who's just now joining us live from the iRacing portal. You are tuned in at the right time as we are just about to end qualifying here and get things kicked off at Michigan International Speedway here with the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series. You got to give Sean some credit there, rocking the Duff Beer paint scheme. As we see the checkered flag is out, we are now going to get everybody out there. We can see the pace car shot, so that's going to bring us tonight's starting lineup. On pole, we have the 38 of James Mullins with a 36.976. Starting to his outside will be the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 37.021. Rolling off from the third spot will be the 99 of Eric Mickey with a 37.057. To his outside, the 84 of Brad Speidel with a 37.104. Rolling off from fifth will be the 98 of Matt Cherry with a 37.176. Adam Nowinski in the 28 will start from sixth with a 37.177. Rolling off seventh will be the 75 of Robert Barris with a 37.239. Joshua Jones running the series sponsored car in that 76 machine will roll off 8th with a 37.247. Rodney Kramer in the 6th will start from 9th with a 37.322. And here's a name that we are glad to see back with us, the 24 of Josue Teles. He's going to round out the top 10 with a 37.358. Elliott Butler in the 16 will be your 11th place starter with a 37.447. The 77 of Seth Schultz will start from 12th with a 37.449. Lieutenant Todd Cray will roll off 13th with a 37.461. Kyle Clenworth in the 30 will start from 14th with a 37.560. The 96 of Josh Gallagher will roll off 15th with a 38.172. The 87 of Sean Bradley will start 16th. He was not able to get a time down, and I do know for a fact that the 35 did not start the race, so that is going to round out the field as we are now on the pace lap here. We are less than a lap away from taking the green here, and it does appear that, there we go, everything is looking right for a second. Jason was laying back there. I almost thought, where is he? It's weird not seeing him in, I believe, what was it, that anime car he was running? It's still taking me a little time to get used to seeing him in the old Rusty Wallace throwback machine, but I want to keep my eyes on that 21 tonight. He's one of the several drivers here in this field that are extremely fast. The 99 of Eric Mickey as well. The 38 of Mullins. The 75 of Robert Barris. The 77 of Seth Schultz. Lieutenant Todd Cray. There's a lot of fast drivers in this league. A lot of drivers that are running direct drive wheels. And Jason, as many of you know, if you've tuned in on a regular basis, is running a direct drive and Oculus Rift. So as the pace car gets ready to duck down on pit road, the 38 of James Mullins is going to lead us to the start here of this race. The pace car is down. 38 has control of the field, but they have to wait for the green flag on the initial start. The green flag is out. We are underway. The go through turn 1 and 2 for the first time here. These drivers are going to have to make some moves fast if they want to do it, knowing how bad the tire fall off is here on the run. And we've seen a lot of drivers in practice that ran well over 100 laps. So I'm pretty sure they're well aware of what the fuel window is, but more importantly, what the tire limit is here. Right now we are watching the battle, not really a battle right now, it's going to be an even trade-off here between the 28 of Adam Nowinski and the 84 of Brad Speidel as Adam motors his way around as we take a look at the 75 of Robert Barris sitting in 5th position right now, Adam sitting in 6th. A little squirrely there off of turn 2 on the low line, which it will have a tendency to do with the way that these cars handle now. He's got the 76 of Josh Jones behind him. On the outside of the 84 of Speidel. Now Josue Tellez going to split it 3 wide as they go through turn 3 and 4 here. So power move by the 24s. He's going to motor by the 84, take that spot. That will move Josue now up into 8th position. Take a look, we can see the 75 of Robert Barris making his way around the pole sitter at the 38 of Mullins. That is for 4th spot there, as now the 99 of Eric Mickey is in 2nd place. Matt Cherry in 3rd. Our leader currently right now is the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 2/10 second gap back to the 99. We go back here focusing on 8th position. That's going to be between the 76 and the 16. See almost a little bit of contact there between the 24 of Tellez and Jones. They're able to keep it off there, but that allowed Butler to get the run and get by Jones. But now they're going to go door to door down the backstretch as they head off into 3. Can the 76 make it back around the 16? So right now he's easily able to clear, so that will give Josh back 7th position. Butler back to 8th. So we see the 10 of Todd Gray now challenging to the inside of Tellez. That is going to be for 9th position. Behind that, we've got the 77 of Seth Schultz as we continue to watch the 84 of Brad Speidel slide further and further back. A little bit of a bobble there out of the 24 off of 2. Behind the 77, we see the 87 of Sean Bradley. A little bit of a little blink there, nothing major. So right now, monitoring the 84, he started 4th. He's currently 13th and in danger of losing that to the 30 of Kyle Glenworth. Now we see the 24 and the 87 are both going to mount the charge here in turn 3. They're going to try and get around that 77 of Seth Schultz, but I don't think Josue is going to have enough to do it off the turn. Let's see if he can get the run and the help of the 87 here, because even though this is Michigan, this is somewhat a draft-dependent track here. When we look up, we see the position for 5th has changed. The 28 of Adam Nowinski has gotten around the 38 of James Mullins. So we look a little bit further back, we see the 24 of Josue Tellez. He has dropped back to 13th now as the 30 of Glenworth has been able to get by both the 84 and the 24. Now we see Brad trying to rally back on the inside of the 24. This is for 13th position. And while that was going on, we have a new 2nd place driver here. The 98 of Matt Cherry has made his way around the 99 of Eric Mickey. So that will be the exchange for 2nd and 3rd here. Let's see if Matt's got anything, if he can run down the 21, as right now the gap is open up to a 7/10 second lead, as we are only coming to 8 laps complete, but it'll show lap 9 when Jason crosses the line here. go back to the most exciting here. It's going to focus right around 7th position. That is the 76 of Josh Jones. Behind him, we have the 10 of Todd Cray, the 87 of Sean Bradley to the inside of the 77. We also see the 16 of Elliott Butler there. Seth had to check up, so that's going to cost him 2 spots and possibly 3 now as the 30 of Clenworth is able to get by. So that will drop Seth back to 13th position. I believe that was minor contact between the 87 and the 77. So we're going to focus back here at these 4 cars, the 16, the 30, the 84, and the 77. The 16 driven by Butler, the 30 of Clenworth going high through turns 1 and 2. That's going to leave the door open for the 84 as they come off. So now the 77 is going to tuck in behind. That'll give the advantage to Brad as they head off, but they're going to be 2 by 2 as they roll into 3 and 4 here. See if that low side can get the run going, as right now the 77 is definitely helping the 84 out as he's able to clear. As now the 30 is going to split it 3 wide. Contact, makes contact with the 77 of Seth Schultz. Seth going through the grass there, showing off the new animation. No caution will come out for this, as he gets it back up on track and refire. That's going to be very costly for the 77 team, but luckily he was able to keep it off the wall there. Let's go ahead and pull an instant replay and see what happened between the 30 and the 77. All right, keep your eyes peeled on that 30 machine. We're gonna go to a better camera view here. Here's the rear chase from the 30 Red Bull machine. There we see he just comes down, he just clips the right, the right front of the 77. We see Seth go for a ride. He actually does a sweet little bunny hop there over victory lane, but once again, he does manage to keep that car off of the inside wall. We're gonna back it up a little bit further here, and we're gonna watch from Seth's point of view here. And you're gonna see the bunny hop that he gets here. I didn't notice that at first, but that was actually pretty cool. See very minor damage, but watch for the hop here. As you can see the grass being flown everywhere. There's the bunny hop. So we gotta give the 77 some style points. Although we are gonna have to send the maintenance bill to the 77 team. Unfortunately, that is going to come to me. Meanwhile, as we focus back on the most exciting, this is going to be the battle for 7th position, as the 87 of Sean Bradley is trying to make his way around the 28 of Adam Nowinski, and he is clear as of right now, but there we go. Pass is going to be complete. Let's see if Adam's going to try the crossover. He does have the 10 of Todd Cray behind him. But that will move Bradley up to 7th and Adam back to 8th. And he's got 9th right on his back bumper there as they head up into turn 3 and 4. As we are now working lap 14 coming to 15 here. Looking at the interval up front, Cherry's been able to chop about a 10th off, but it's still holding steady at right about a 6/10 second deficit between the 21 and the 98. But despite the early contact there, we were able to keep it clean and green. You see the 84 and the 87 both get a little bit of a wiggle there coming off of turn 2 now. This is going to start showing more and more as the run goes on, as once again, when iRacing went through and updated the setups for these cars, they went from tight back to loose again. So the longer these runs go, the looser these cars are going to get. Out of the 15 laps that we've completed, we're already seeing a 2-second fall off in the lap time. So if that's any indication, I'm more than willing to bet that we're going to see a lot of these drivers short pit, even though it is only a 90-lap race here, and they can easily do this if they wanted to on a one-stop strategy. But this is going to be just like it was last night with Cyber. It's not going to be more so fuel dependent as it is going to be tire dependent. As if you guys did tune in for that, we had the mother of all wrecks happen last night. Literally almost the entire field involved in the big one there. A lot of fast drivers taken out, including the 3 of Paul Servin. But we did actually get to see a first time, it's the second time that season. Oh, we got the 98 of Cherry in the wall. You see, he's able to get it back under, so we're going to back it up and take a look here, see what happened to the 98. We're going to ride in cockpit here with the 98. See him get loose coming off of turn 2 there. He fights it and just continues to fight it. He gets the wheel locked hard. Manages to keep it off of that inside wall. It's a great recovery there, but you can see that little bit of damage there on the right front. But once again, great save there by the 98 of Matt Cherry. As once again, we see him still fighting with the wheel just a little bit. Something we need to know is we're taking a look at the 87 of Sean Bradley. He started this race in 16th. He has made his way up to 5th position now, so Sean is no stranger to being one of the front runners here. We've seen him dominant on about the 1.5 miles and up here, and so right now we're pretty much in his wheelhouse right now. We take a quick look at the top 5 here. Out front, it is the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 1.65 second lead over the 99 of Eric Mickey. Robert Barris holding on to 3rd right now. James Mullins in the 38 4th, and we are looking at still right now at the 5th place driver, the 87 of Sean Bradley. Something to note here is we do have another retiree from the race here, as we're 20 laps in the 30 of Kyle Clenworth. He has taken that machine behind the wall after making contact with the inside wall, so obviously the crew making the call there to take that one behind the wall. They're done for the day here at Michigan, and as we move into next week, it'll be an off week as we will be celebrating Father's Day, but we will be live, as far as I know, Saturday night with Cyber Racing for 3 more races, and then we will call that one done, as they're suffering from low attendance and pretty much making the call that they're going to shut it down for the summer season. So we only have 3 more races left. But once again, next week we will be off this coming Sunday to celebrate Father's Day, and then we will return with more action here as we are almost approaching the midpoint of the season here with Diehard. It's amazing that time is flying by this fast, that we are already this many races in. We see the 98 there of Matt Cherry. He is making his way off of pit road. You can see that cone there. All drivers, as stated before in the free race, they have to stay below the apron now coming off of pit road until you get out there off the exit at 2. Otherwise, you have to come down and serve a 15-second hold under green black flag penalty. So now we're going to see the 98 start chewing through these cars as he's on fresh tires versus old, but right now, Cherry being the only car scored a lap down. So look out front, the 21 of Jason DeVries holding on to just under a 2-second lead as it's hovering right around 1.9, 1.99. So we'll just call it round up to 2 seconds there. We've got potentially a battle going on here between the 84 of Spidel, the 28 of Nowinski, the 10 of Cray, and the 76 of Jones here as we see the 84 to the inside of the 28. Wasn't able to make the move off of turn 2, so he's going to try to get the runs. Right now we're watching the 10 of Todd Cray. Once again, it's going to be 2 by 2 as they come into 3 and 4 here. They're going to remain 2 by 2 here as they race down the front stretch. Both drivers door to door with each other. See if the 10 and the 84 can benefit running the low line here in 1 with 24 laps on your tires. I'm willing to bet that these guys are probably going to be a little bit more prone to giving than taking. As we saw this, the 84 get a little bit loose there, he kind of had to back it up. See the 10 of Todd Cray there almost making contact with the 76 of Jones. Todd backs it off. It looks like, I don't know, did you see that, Mike, coming off of turn 4 there? It almost looked like the right rear of the 10 was like in the air, like an iRacing glitch.
Yeah, I saw it. It might just be a glitch or just could be the cameras we're using or something, but I definitely saw that.
All right, just making sure I'm not losing what's left of my mind, because I've noticed that with quite a few cars. It almost looks like the right rears of these cars are not making contact with the ground as they come off of the corner here. We'll watch and see if it happens again on the 84 here. No, it's definitely not a glitch. It does appear that it looks like the right rear is coming off the ground. We're still watching the battle here. 4th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's now spread to over 3 seconds between the 21 of DeVries and the 99 of Mickey. Looks like it might be just a turn 4 glitch, because I noticed Adam's car there running the high side there. It almost looked like the rear end jumped up off the ground. So I think there might be a few little bugs and glitches that iRacing might have to release another patch for here. Although it's not affecting the handling of the cars, definitely watching it here from the booth, it's something that if that was actually happening on track would scare the crap out of me, but does not appear to be affecting these guys. Right now we're going to see the 98 of Cherry. Remember, he is on fresher tires. He's going to split it 3 wide between the 84 the 10. Now he's going to look to the inside of the 28 and then the 76. We got the 75 of Robert Barris, one of the front runners making his way down pit road. Let's see what Robert opts to take for. I'm going to guess 4 in fuel here, as we're going to see the right side's up. It's a shame that even though we have animated pit crews, we can't see it from the replay mode. Now we have the left side's up, so it'll be 4 in fuel for the 75 as he is down and away. He'll make his way back out on track. Now he does have to stay, like all drivers, on the apron until he makes his exit on turn 2 here. Let's see how that's going to affect him here, as I know that you're not going to be able to carry the speed that you used to be able to do. Robert Abel, as you see, he crosses the blue line there. He's now back out on track. He can merge with the traffic, and now we're going to see how fast he can get around the 98, as he is on fresh tires. We've got more drivers down on pit road here. We have the 28 of Adam Nowinski. We also have the 16 of Elliott Butler on pit road. The 87 of Sean Bradley coming down. And we've got a caution on the track, so this might hurt or might benefit these guys who just pitted. As soon as we see where it happened, we will get the replay. Looks like it might be the 38 of Mullins spinning off the pit road, so we're going to back it up here, and yes it was, as we see right there, so let's watch. This is the 38 coming into his pit stall, so we're going to see his pit service here, and then we're going to see what happens as he comes off of pit road. You see he misses his box there, so he was either too far left or too far right. So he aborts his pit stop there, makes his way off, and he's already got those tires anchored because he spun them backwards and forwards, and there we see he gets loose coming off the exit, locks it down, but that nose right there coming up on the surface with the leaders there, that was enough to bring out the caution. So we are working our first caution of the night here. As we focus up to the lead pack here, let's see what everybody decides to do. Undoubtedly, they should come down for 4 tires and fuel. So we can see the 21, the 99, the 76, several drivers making their way down pit road here for service. We watch them trickle down pit lane here. We're going to switch to the other camera that's going to show. Oh, so we got somebody around on the end of pit road. I believe that's the 24 of Josue Teles. We watch the drivers hit their respective marks here in their stalls. See who's going to win the race off of pit road. Looks like the 84 there of Brad Speidel looks like he might have overshot his pit. We see the 21 down and away. The 76 down and away. The 99 still on pit road. See the 6 of Rodney Kramer, the 10 of Todd Cray, now the 99, the 84, and the 96. Now the 24 of Josue Teles, and we also see the 77 of Seth Schultz. Probably taking care of the damage that he sustained from the contact there with the 30 early on in the race, but everybody making their way off pit road.
Yeah, you know Seth was praying for that caution, and he got lucky he got it because he was over almost 30 seconds behind the leader, and that puts him right back with the group after that unfortunate little incident there with the 30 car.
And I think what it's going to help the most, though, is the 98 of Matt Cherry. Right now I'm showing him in 8th position, so despite having to come down and get tires, he may still have a little bit of damage on that 98 machine, but it's very minimal. Going back looking at that replay, he was sideways before he even made contact with the wall, and he made contact a couple times, but he was able to keep it off the inside wall. We saw the 77 do a nice little bunny hop to the infield with the contact from the 30. The 30 has retired from the race. The only other retiree we have did not start, and that is the 35 of Dustin Majewski. Right now we do have a few drivers staying out in front of the race leader. They're going to stay out to get their lap back with the free pass here, as the 21 of DeVries does maintain the race lead. As soon as the lights on the pace car go out and we get these drivers cycled around, we'll go ahead and give you a run through of the field here, as we should be seeing 1 to green this time by. So we'll double the field back up and get them ready to go as we're wrapping up our first caution of the night here, coming out on right around lap 30-31. Reports out of the 75 team that his right front tire is down to 77. So that right there is just an indication of how bad the tire wear is here at Michigan and how loose these cars are. But once again, if you're just joining us live from the iRacing portal, welcome. This is the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series for tonight. Obviously, if you guys clicked on it, you know we're at Michigan International Speedway. We are 34, coming to 35 laps into a 90-lap race here, as we are looking to see 1 to green here. As we do see cars going past the pace car, so we will get the field doubled up and get them ready to restart here on lap 36. So we're going to let the field come around and we'll go ahead and do a full run through of the field. Obviously restarting with the race lead and opting for the inside line will be the 21 of Jason DeVries. The 76 of Josh Jones will be restarting second on the outside. Behind him, we have the 10 of Todd Cray, the 99 of Eric Mickey, the 84 of Brad Speidel, the 96 of Josh Gallagher, the 24 of Josue Tellez, the 6 of Rodney Kramer, the 98 of Matt Cherry, Seth Schultz, and the 77 is going to round up the top 10. 11th goes to the 75 of Robert Barris, the 87 of Sean Bradley, 12th Adam Nowinski, 13th Elliott Butler, 16th, and the 38 of James Mullins being scored in 15th, currently 1 lap down as he was the initiation for bringing out the caution. But as the pace car is making its way off of turn 4, it's going to dive down pit road. The 21 of DeVries is going to lead us into the restart zone. Now Jason does have control of the field. He can start whenever he wants to. So look to see if the 21 makes the jump early or not, as the pace car is down. There's the jump. Good start by the 21. Green flag is back out and we are back underway. As they go, contact with the wall there with the 76 and Josh Jones. Remember, he started outside in second. That's going to have a little bit of implications here, as now he's going to drop back. Josh currently being scored in 8th, but now he's going to come under fire by the 38 of Mullins. He's got the 98 of Matt Cherry glued to his back bumper right now. Cherry's going to dive to the inside here. Now, we do know that the 38 is 1 lap down, so that is not for position, but the 98 was. The next to set sights on the 76 will be the 77, and no surprise here, look, we got the 76, the 77, and the 75. If we can get this in the proper order, we can go numerically here, and then if we reverse it, the 87 would be my number, the 78. See Robert looking to the inside of the 77 as they come down into turn 1. Almost a little contact there between the 98 and the 6. Robert still looking to the inside of Schultz as they come off of 2. Ooh, contact with the wall. 96 of Gallagher making contact with the wall, as well as the 77 of Schultz there. We look back, the 75 of Barris is able to get around the 77. Now he's going to try and see if he can make a move on the 76. The 87 dips to the inside, all the way down to the bottom. He's got the power run going into turn 1 here. Is he going to be able to make it stick? You see him drifting up there, almost a little bit of contact. Able to keep it clean as he's going to slide in front of the 77. That is for 10th position, as now we got the 76 and the 75 looking to the inside of the 6 of Rodney Kramer as they would go off into turn 3 here. I think we're going to see a 4-car freight train as Rodney's just going to drop back here. That's going to put Rodney back into the 11th position as the 77 is able to make it by. Now the 28 of Nowinski, he's going to make it another position. I do believe a car just disappeared there on the inside. It might have just been a blink. So right now we're watching 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. These 4 are catching the 24 of Josue Tellez. As they're getting closer and closer. They're going to start reeling in the 6th place of Tellis and the 5th place, the 84 of Brad Speidel, as we are now down to 50 laps to go here. The 87 trying to make the move on the inside to the 75 of Barris. See the 77 ducking down there to try and get some draft. Try and help pull him down the front stretch here. As of right now, it looks like the 87 should be able to clear, and he will do so coming off of turn 2. We see a little side slide there by the 75. That should open the door for the 77. We're actually going to go on board here with the 77 of Seth Schultz and watch the wheel input here. We are riding along with the 9th place car right now. You can see chunks of Goodyear rubber flying up off as they come off the corners there. Looks like we caught a prime glimpse there of the 24 getting a little piece of the wall coming off the 4. Now, usually I don't ever run with the driver arms enabled, but this kind of helps right here. It shows exactly, not just seeing that little piece of red tape, you actually get to see where the hands are when they cross over if they wreck. So you see the 87 of Sean Bradley working the inside of the 24. That's going to the 77. As 24 makes contact with the wall again there coming off of turn 4. 77 will duck to the inside and follow suit with the 87. That will drop Tellez back to 9th position. As we look a little bit closer up here, we have a battle that might be brewing here for 4th position between the 84 of Brad Speidel and the 10 of Todd Cray. Directly in front of them, in 3rd, nice rebound, the 98 of Matt Cherry after making contact with the wall off of turn 2. They were able to get the damage fixed on that 98 Lowe's Chevy, and he is back in the top 3. As right now it's a 1.5 second gap back between the 21 of Jason DeVries to the 99 of Eric Mickey. Oh, Matt Cherry loose off of 2. He's going to make contact, the 84 involved with it. Cherry goes around, that's going to bring out the yellow flag, so working our 2nd caution of the night here now. The 2nd time of the night, we saw that 98 fighting a loose condition off of turn 2, so we're going to go ahead and back it up. And we're going to show you what happened, and let's go with our favorite camera to run, the rear chase cam. You can see there's already pre-existing damage on the 98. That was from the last time he made contact with the wall off of turn 2. It's about to happen again here. This is off of 4. You can see the splitter bent up a little bit there on the right front. You can see the hood pop, the fender damage. Now watch not only just the car, but watch the hands on the wheel as he gets that loose condition. He's already in a side slide, trying to save it. Makes contact with the 84 of Speidel. Everybody else able to make it around, as once again, even with the contact, Cherry able to get that car fired back in the right direction. But that will bring out our 2nd caution of the night. So everybody making their way down pit road here. The iRacing, the lucky dog, will go to the 38 of James Mullins.
That's the break James needed. He was really fast, and he worked his way up from the back to the front of the field, and he was trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. But this works just even better for him. Now he's going to be right back in contention.
We see the 21 down the way, the 10 down the way, and as we were cutting it in, our second place car, the 99 of Eric Mickey, had trouble getting into his box, so he's going to lose several spots on that one as he's being scored right now in 10th position after missing his stall, having to back up and getting a bad angle on that one as we watch the remaining cars make their way off of pit road. So that will hand second place over to the 10 of Todd Cray. But once again, the race lead being maintained by the 21 of Jason DeVries. While we are working this caution, we're going to go ahead and cut to a quick sponsor break here and return with the action here at Michigan International Speedway. So we will be back momentarily. We are back, still under caution here, working the second one of the night. We should be seeing the lights go out on that iRacing pace car as they come to the stripe. It'll be interesting to see which lane Jason chooses, as once again he does have control over the start of the race here. So they're going to do a little bit of 3 wide here, under pacing. Obviously, this is going to tell me that the 21 is going to try and use the top line here for this restart. Once the lights go out, we will confirm it. As of right now, that's going to be my bet. The 21 is going to take the high side here as we get ready to get them doubled up and restarted with 41 laps to go here, as the 21 will in fact take the outside line. So as we run through the field here, Jason DeVries in the 21 will be taking the outside line with the lead. Todd Cray second, the 75 of Robert Barris third, the 28 of Adam Winsky fourth, Rodney Kramer fifth, Elliott Butler sixth, Sean Bradley seventh, Josh Jones eighth, Eric Mickey ninth after that little snafu on pit road. Rounding out the top 10 will be the 84 of Brad Spottle, behind him the 24 of Josue Tellez, the 96 of Josh Gallagher, the 38 of James Mullins, and then the 77 of Seth Schultz. I do believe the 98 has taken that machine behind the wall. We do have confirmation the 98 is done for the night, so that'll leave 14 cars in contention here. As the pace car makes its way into turn 3, we are less than a quarter of a lap away from restarting this with 40 laps to go. Once again, our race leader opting to take the outside line here, so Jason once again in control of the field here. Look for the jump by the 21 to go ahead and clear the 10 as the pace car is down. There's the jump. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. see the field haul it off into turn 1 here. Everybody on track being scored on the lead lap, so everybody is still in contention now for position here. So we see the 75 of Robert Barris looking for position, as well as the 87 of Sean Bradley. Robert able to make the pass around the 28 of Nowinski, the 87 of Bradley not able to get around the 16 of Butler. We've also got the 99 of Mickey and the 38 of Mullins on the move here, as Mickey's looking to the inside. Looked like we were almost going to see the 38 go to the outside around the 76. As once again the 24 getting a little piece of the wall there off of turn 2. Ooh, almost a little contact there between the 99 and the 38. The 87 still trying to work over the 16 of Butler. Now we're going to see the 38 of Mullins try and dip to the inside of the 99 as they bring it across the line here. Bradley still to the inside of Butler as they go through 1 and 2 here, as well as the 38 of Mullins. Oh, almost contact there between the 76 of Jones and Mullins, and then we also saw the 6 of Kramer there get taken 3 wide. Now it's going to be a 2x2 battle here between the 16, the 76, the 99, and the 38. Just behind them, we see the 77 of Seth Schultz looking to the inside of the 24 of Tellez. Now the 99 and the 38 opting to take the high line around the 76. The 99 is able to clear, the 38 unfortunately not able to, but he is going to have the help. There's almost contact again there between the 76 and the 38, which is going to force the 38 up high. This is 7th, 8th, and 9th right here. We're going to go up a little bit further. We've got a battle going on for 3rd position as the 28 of Adam Nowinski motors his way around the 10 of Todd Cray. The 21 of DeVries out front with just under a second lead here over the 75 of Robert Barris. Now we see the 10 falling off as the 87 of Bradley is able to get around him for 4th, and that will open the door also now for the 99 of Eric Mickey to try and make a move.
Yeah, 99 is wasting no time getting back up to the front. 38's right behind him too, and he's pushing as hard as he can as well.
The 38 has finally been able to clear the 16 of Butler. Let's see if the 99 can motor around the 10 after his little goof up there on pit road, but it does not appear that it's really affecting him too much. He's already gained 3 of the spots, or 4 of the spots actually, that he lost under pitting there back. So look for that 99 to continue to march towards the front, as well as the 38. We've got the 76 and the 77 to the inside of the 16 right now. 76 able to clear the 16 of Butler as they come off too. That's going to leave Seth down on the inside. See if he can get the run here going into the corner, as he is going to be able to clear the 16 of Butler. No problem there, as he's going to try and go for a 2-first. He's going to try and look for the inside of Jones as they come off of turn 4. Not able to do it, so he's going to suck up for that bumper there. And we're going to pull out the old PUBG reference. I'm a snake, follow me. That's what they do here at Michigan. They try to do the draft breaking here, which we saw a lot of that going on at Daytona with Cyber. They were doing a lot of draft breaking. And as we saw last week at Pocono with Diehard, they were doing a ton of draft breaking down the front stretch, which that was an amazing race. If you guys weren't able to tune into it live, make sure you hit the subscribe button and go ahead and look back to last week's race. We had an amazing run at Pocono there, and we're shaping up to have a good battle here tonight at Michigan. The 77 is continuing to put pressure on the 76. Now both of those cars were painted by me, so I hope that neither of them get tore up tonight, because that just means I have to spend extra hours in the body shop replacing fenders and redoing decal layers. As we look up a little bit closer to the front, you see the 87 starting to put some pressure on third place, the 28 of Adam Nowinski. Right there, the 87 blinking just a little bit there, but right behind them, we have the 10 of Todd Cray. That is going to be third, fourth, and fifth. We see the 38 of Mullins in the picture as well. That is sixth position. As we see the 87, looks like he was going to try and make a run on the inside. Smart move, chucking back up as he's got the 10 of Todd Cray on his bumper there, as he's going to dive down to the inside through 3 and 4 here. Let's see if he can make the move here this time. See Mullins using every inch of the track there on the front stretch, as well as the 87 of Bradley, as he went all the way down to the inside. See Mullins had to check up there to avoid contact there with the 10 of Cray. Bradley still not able to get around the 28 of Nowinski yet, but he is still trying. He's putting the effort in. As the gap has stretched now out to a 1.2 second lead between the 21 of DeVries and the 75 of Barris. Now we see the 38 of Mullins looking to the inside of the 10 of Todd Cray here. As of right now, that spot does belong to the 38 of Mullins, but let's see if Cray pulls the crossover as Adam gets loose off of turn 2. Contact with the 87. Both of those drivers keep it down off the racing surface as of right now, so we will stay green flag, but we are going to go ahead and take a look from the 87's point of view there. He did get a little bit of collateral damage there with the 28, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. And hopefully it's not what I think it is, but rumor is it's going to be netcode. So let's take a look from my new favorite camera when I'm not running Fox cams. Wow, that is netcode. They never even touched. But oh, hard hit for the 87 as he goes upside down. Detonates the motor on that 87 machine. So that is going to be pretty much it for the 87 of Bradley tonight, as that car is pretty much done for. But as stated, we do stay green flag. Take a look at the 28 of Adam Nowinski. Let's take a look from the rear chase view. You can see he does have a significant hood pop there. The spoiler is bent up on the left front, and that left front fender is pushed out just a bit there, and that was just a byproduct of the 87 being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or at the right time when Adam broke loose there.
I think some of that has to do with the 87's connection. He was blinking in and out every once in a while, and iRacing has a hard time with that when your connection's not stable.
iRacing does rely on a very set system of calculating where your track is on the car, and when you do have connections issues like Mike just pointed out, it makes it even harder, and sometimes iRacing actually loses places where you are on the track, and I think that's what you hit the nail on the head there with just iRacing not knowing where the 87 was, and the netcode contact, as you saw the 87 was able to drive through the 28 of Nowinski there. We've got the battle going on here for third position. The 99 of Eric Mickey trying to take it away from the 38 of Mullins. Mullins so far able to hold on to that third spot. You see the 10 of Todd Craig getting a run there off of turn 4. He's going to go door to door with the 99, and that'll give him the spot easily. So move the 10 up to 4th, the 99 back to 5th. The gap up front right now is holding at a 1.6 second deficit between the 21 and the 75. We get a quick look at the top 5 here. The 21 is Jason DeVries with the race lead. Robert Barris 2nd. James Mullins 3rd. Todd Craig 4th. Eric Mickey 5th. Quick summary here. We've got 67 laps in the books out of the 90 scheduled. We've had no lead changes, and we've only had 2 cautions for 8 laps here tonight. So that's definitely something that we pride ourselves in here at Diehard. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the RPM bars. We can see the 21 of DeVries. We're also going to pull up now the driver drop. Watch the speed of the 21 as he goes from the front stretch off into turn 1 here. You see before the line, he's already over 200 miles an hour here. So 208, 209, 209 that time. These drivers, I indicated this during the pre-race here, that these cars are well in excess of 200 miles an hour on entry to turn 1 here. It's any wonder why these cars are getting loose and the right sides are absolutely getting murdered here. We're going to watch and see if we can get a little bit faster. Looks like we got a 3-way battle in the making here between the 99 of Mickey, the 10 of Cray, and the 77 of Schultz here. This will be for 4th, 5th, and 6th position as it is 21 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. The 10 going very high there through 1 and 2. That could be the difference between not losing 1, but 2 spots here. Obviously the 99 easily able to walk away with that one. You see the 77 of Seth Schultz able to clear the 10 of Cray, so that'll put Todd back to 6th now. The gap is now stretched out to 2.1 second lead between the 21 and the 75. The 38 another 1.6 behind that. We look at it right now, it's a 2.1 from 1st to 2nd and a 3.8 back to 3rd. And where we're focused at right now, the 5th place of Seth Schultz, it's a 5.1 second gap from 1st to 5th. Right now we're sticking right here with the 77 and the 10. It looks like the 10 is trying to gather up a run here, see if we can make something happen and try and get that 5th position back from the 77, but I don't think it's going to happen. The laps are starting to dwindle down here. We're under 20 to go here. Now it's pretty much coming down to the wire, and if these guys are banking on a late race caution, which hopefully we get to see these guys run it clean and green to the end, because I want to see how this plays out with the tires. And I know the 21 does not want to see a caution.
All right, I'm greedy. I want to see a caution. I want to see this 38-99 battle of 21 and 75 for the win.
I'm right there with you. I'm all for, usually we preach and preach and preach that we love seeing the green flags. I want to see a late race caution just as bad as you, just to see how interesting it'll get here between these guys. They're absolutely racing as hard as they can with worn out tires.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only one that really has anything for that 21 car, Jason Fries, is the 38 of James Mullins. He's blistering fast.
If we look a little bit further back, this right here is for 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th between the 16 of Butler, the 6 of Kramer, the 24 of Tellez, and the 84 of Speidel. Here we see the 16 of Butler, the 6 of Kramer, and the 24 of Tellez. All three drivers respectively holding it down within, actually take that back, the 24 is not poor position. This is a two-way battle, so you see Butler loose there off of turn 2. So this is just going to be a battle between the 16 and the 6. Josue right now being scored the only car a lap down, so now I'm really banking on having a late race caution and the 24 not being involved. That way he can get his lap back and be in contention for it here. As right now Kramer's going to look to the inside of Butler as they come down the front stretch. This will be for 8th position here. So we see not able to do so. Once again, Kramer with the run to the inside. Can he make it stick as they go off into 3 and 4? We see Butler back off a bit. That's going to open up now for the 24 of Tellez. Kramer will get the spot, so that'll put him up to 8th. Tellez is able to make it around as well. Now that's going to put the 84 of Brad Speidel, the next one to try and make it to the inside of the 16 of Elliott Butler. Right now we see the 84 of Brad Speidel. He's on the inside of the 16 as they go off into turn 3 here. Let's see if he can make it stick. He will make the pass coming off of turn 4. So that will move the 84 up to 9th and put Butler back to 10th. Meanwhile, the gap continuing to grow as it's now out to a 3.6 second deficit between now 3.7, now 3.8. So Jason continuing to put on a clinic here at Michigan as we take a look at the laps led. Jason has led 78 laps. And we're down to 12 laps to go now, so looking at the chart here, nobody else has led a single lap. So score Jason with every single lap led so far in tonight's race. He is absolutely putting on 100% as much as I hate using the name of Kyle Busch Clinic here. Only because I refuse to say another person's name because I can't stand them. Look up here in the top 3. The 38 of James Mullins is closing the gap on the 75 Robert Barris. He's reeled it down to a 2/10 second. Meanwhile, it's now stretched out to a 4.1 second deficit as it'll be 10 to go as the 21 of DeVries crosses the line here. Let's go ahead and take a drop down here on the 38. He started from the pole tonight, which is interesting to note here. He is currently sitting in 3rd, so tonight's pole sitter trying to rally back and at least salvage. He's got a podium finish as it sits right now, but as we see him go off into turn 3 here, he's not happy with 2nd, he's gonna, or 30, so he's gonna take 2nd back from the 75 of Robert Barris. We look back here, The 75 of Robert Barris, he started 7th, currently running 3rd. As we just saw the pass being made between the two. So we look right there at our race leader, the 21 of DeVries. We're going to go on board with his, I don't know why they call it a gearbox camera, because it's the rear TV panel. That's looking back to 2nd and 3rd place back there. That's what a 4.4 second lead at Michigan looks like. So we're now under 10 laps to go. Let's ride on board with the 21 as he's just absolutely putting on a show as he's led all 82 laps so far, and provided we don't see a caution and something mysterious happen, he's pretty much got this one sewn in the books, and he will lead every single lap here tonight. We ride from the roll bar here, switch over to the gyro cam, so you can see not as much banking as we're used to with the Saturday Night Series. You see a little bit of sidestep there out of the 21. Still not enough to hurt him there, as the gap is still at a 4.5 second and should remain about the same. If not, we'll see it just grow even more. If we look back to 2nd here, we see that Mullins has stretched it out to a 4/10, almost a half-second lead over the 75 of Robert Barris. We're looking back to the 99 of Eric Mickey, is currently sitting in 4th position. No pressure behind him. As we look here, this will be, if they can do it, a battle between the 77 of Seth Schultz and the 10 of Todd Crane. This will be for 5th spot. As the leader takes the line this time by, it'll be 5 laps to go here. As we look a little bit further back, this is 7th position, the 76 of Josh Jones. Step back a little bit further, the 8th place of Rodney Kramer. You can see that he's got a little bit of a gap there between him and the 84 of Brad Speidel, so no pressure. He's got the lap car of Josue Telles in front of him. If we look back a little bit further, we can see the 28 of Adam Nowinski being scored in 10th position. Behind him, the 16 of Elliott Butler running 11th. Behind that, and the last car on lead lap will be the 96 of Josh Gallagher. He has absolutely no pressure around him whatsoever. And as we take a look at the 24 rounding out the field in 13th position, as the 87 did have to retire, as we did show the replay on that one after making hard contact to the inside wall. Josue being the only car scored a lap down. We got reports on the radio that this might actually turn into a fuel race here. It's gonna be interesting to see who has enough to make it and who's in danger of running out of fuel here. We're gonna focus back here to the 77 and the 10. Once again, this would be for 5th position if the 10 can get around the 77, but there's 2 laps to go here. The gap between 1st and 2nd is sitting right at 4.6 seconds between the 21 of DeVries and the 38 of Mullins, and then tack on another second behind that to the 75 of Robert Barris. So from first to third, we have a 5.6 second gap. Back to these guys here, the 77 and the 10, you're looking at a 10.2 second gap as the white flag is out one more time by for the 21 here of Jason DeVries. He started outside pole, and as long as he can make it around this last time here, he will have led every single lap tonight here. Once again, putting on one heck of a clinic here, as he's only got to go through turn 3 and 4 for the last time. As he makes his way off, no contest. The winner will be the 21 of Jason DeVries. As we see the 10 of Todd Cray makes it by the 77 of Seth Schultz, so that'll put Todd into 5th spot here. And as they cross the line, it is official. The 10 will make it by the 77. The 84 of Brad Speidel apparently has run out of fuel here, but checkered flag is out. Let's see. He has crossed the line, so he is safe. So once again, I cannot stress it enough. The 21 of Jason DeVries absolutely put on one heck of a show, leading every single lap here tonight. Mike, how often do we see somebody start and lead every lap? Has that actually even happened in Diehard League history?
I can't remember a race where that's happened, and that was pure domination. It shows all the practice Jason put in, and it paid off. And guess what? This is the first race in a while we can interview him and say, hey, you didn't make any mistakes on pit road.
Exactly. So most importantly, the top 3 that'll be brought in the booth will be the 75 of Robert Barris, the 38 of James Mullins, and of course our race winner, the 21 of Jason DeVries, as we see Seth Schultz taking the Polish way up pit road there. As we go ahead and let these guys get situated here, we are going to bring in our 3rd place finisher, the 75 of Robert Barris. Robert, you brought it home 3rd tonight. Jason managed to pull off what seemed to be the impossible. He led every single lap here tonight. That's definitely got to be an accomplishment for him. But tell me how important the tires were tonight. We knew the car was loose, but how bad was the fall off on those things? Appears we're having radio communication issues there with our 3rd place. So in the meantime, we're going to bring in 2nd place, the 38 of James Mullins, who started on pole tonight. All right, James, you started on pole. You managed to race your way back to 2nd. How bad were the tires tonight? We knew that the cars were getting loose. We saw it happen a couple times. A couple cars got collected, but you managed to bring it home 2nd. But I'm really wanting to know how important was maintaining the tires.
Listen, iRacing has got a problem on their hands. I mean, the tires are so bad. All this racing does, I'm not taking away from anything Jason did, because he flat out spanked us. I mean, that shows he can drive with tires that's worn. But I mean, the setup was so bad. You could drive hard every single lap. It don't matter if you tried to be good on your tires, tried to save tires. Your tire wear was the same. So you just go out flat foot every lap as hard as you can. The tires are going to be the same. So that's what I did. The first run, I laid back, drive about 75% the way I have since I've been on iRacing. And it didn't do me no good. I mean, that's the same speed as I was when for the rest of the race. So I just said to hell with it. I'm going to flat foot it the whole race, hard as I can go. And track position killed me. I believe if I had a little bit of track position, I maybe be able to stay close to him, but he flat put a whipping on us today.
And we did watch you make the most important move. You got around the 75 of Robert Barris. One of the harder drivers to get around is Robert. Usually is one to not make mistakes, and obviously I don't think Robert has had the best track luck here at Michigan. I think this is one of the few tracks that he has not won at, but not to foreshadow the second place, you started on pole. You managed to bring it back for a second place finish. That's still going to be a great points night as we move into an off week next week for Father's Day. But it's got to be a great feeling knowing that you had the pole, you were able to rally back to a second. Is there anybody out there that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I just like to thank the guys in the league. It's a wonderful league to race in. They're really clean, and I like to thank you guys for doing the races and stuff. You guys do an excellent job. But man, iRacing gonna have to do something. It's ridiculous. It don't reward nothing. I mean, it's not it's just flat out racing. I mean, it's just wide open all the time, hard as you can go. You don't burn your right front off. It's just ridiculous.
Once again, congratulations on the pole and finishing second. Enjoy the off week, and we will see you in 2 weeks. That was our second place. Now we've got the radio communications fixed with the 75, so we're going to go ahead and bring Robert in. All right, Robert, we saw the same thing that seems to have been plaguing you every time we come to Michigan. We saw a late race pass there by the 38 of Mullins as he was able to squeak by for second. Tell me, how important was the tire wear tonight?
I'm historically not, for whatever reason, just I haven't taken to this place, and it's Sister California, and at least for me, the tires would be really tight on entry, and then you really couldn't get it to turn at center, and then after 5 or 10 laps, it would just four-wheel drift on exit at 2, and then exit at 4 was real inconsistent. So I got to the end, and everybody I think was really close on fuel, and I was trending to be able to make it, and so really, he ran me down from a couple seconds back. I was watching him, and at that point there was really nothing I was going to be able to do to hold him off the way that my tires were. So all I could do is just hope that if he could run up on Jason, and maybe they'd run each other out of gas. But that didn't happen. There wasn't anyone I don't think was going to be able to beat Jason, and I got caught out in that first caution a lap down, and I lost all my track position. So I'm not exactly sure how I got back up to, I think, third on a restart through pit stops, but that got me some of the track position back I needed. If I was in dirty air, I was stuck. I wasn't going to make any progress. So fortunately for that, we can get out of here with a third place. So that's positive.
Now, I might have to do a little bit of research to confirm it, but I think Jason pulled off the impossible. I think he's the only driver, and you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, the only driver to lead every single lap of the entire race.
I think for this season, for this series, that's true. I know we've had, I can think off the top of my head, Todd led every lap. I think at Bristol that was something like 280. He really is good on the short track. So I think it's happened a couple times in the 160 or some league races, but I don't think it's happened yet in the Cup Series.
Well, we saw tonight exactly what we expected. Just a couple incidences happening between Adam getting loose, and then what we saw, I believe it was the 30 against the 77. It's just the typical Michigan set, with this being week 13, iRacing throwing the setups out, and the car taking a swing back to the loose side versus what it used to be here at Michigan. Not to mention you guys carrying 211 miles an hour into turn 1 definitely does not help the right sides. You did manage to salvage a top 3 spot here. Still not able to bring home the victory at Michigan. We're still holding out hope for you, though. You bring it home third. Who would you like to thank?
Well, I thank everybody who came out and raced with us tonight, and everybody who watched the broadcast, and as well you guys for putting the broadcast out there. American Hero Hunt for helping pay some of the bills it takes to get all that done, and like I said, just everybody who comes out to the league.
Once again, congratulations on the third. Enjoy your off week for Father's Day, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, looking forward to it. That's going to be Sonoma. That's road course, so I do really like the road courses.
All right, well, good luck, and we will see you hopefully in Victory Lane in Sonoma.
Yep.
That was our third place finisher, the 75 of Robert Barris. Now we get to bring in the Dominator, the 21 of Jason DeVries. Jason, you absolutely put on a friggin' clinic. You led every single lap, started outside pole. That's got to be one heck of accomplishment right there.
Yeah, it was fun. You don't get many nights like that, and when they happen, you just gotta be thankful for them because league's a lot tougher now than it used to be a few years ago. And it was just a perfect night. What can I say?
Well, there's one thing I could say. You got the right sponsor, and your TV panel says it all. It's Miller Time. You definitely earned that one. When we interviewed Mullins, he said you just flat out put a spanking on everybody here tonight, and you join the elite group of very few drivers in league history that were able to lead every single lap of the entire race. So that, if there's anybody that could do it, that I've been around since my time here at Diehard, me and Mike already had straws pulled on you for being the race winner, but we didn't expect to see all 90 laps going to that 21 car. But heck of a job wheeling it tonight. How bad were the right side tires for you? Because everybody else was complaining about how iRacing has screwed up the setup, how it didn't matter where you ran the throttle at, it still just chewed through the tires.
I was fine. I thought the car was perfect. I mean, I couldn't have really asked for anything more in a car falling off. The grip was there. I knew how much throttle I could put on it. This was really the first time when I knew what the car was going to do at every step of the way. And the last 10 or so races this season, I was always uncomfortable with the car, but this was really the first time when I felt like I knew everything that the car was going to do when it was doing it.
Well, practice and perseverance pays off. You dominated the race. You led every single lap. And now as we take the off week going into Father's Day, you've got another win in the books here. It's got to be a great feeling. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Seth for running the league, JMR Outdoors, American Hero Hunt, our title sponsor. We appreciate you guys supporting us and lending your name to the league. And we're very appreciative to have you guys on board. Everyone just showed up tonight. I thought it was a phenomenal race. Hats off to James and Robert for second and third. I know Robert and I were having a little battle between the two of us to see who could get win number 40 in the league all time, and ended up getting the best of him, but he'll be there within a week or so, and then it's on the 50.
And just to hopefully make you a little bit happier, I finally purchased the non-wing sprint, the RSR, and Belle Isle so we can have some fun during the off week.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Once again, congratulations on the win. Enjoy the week off, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Sonoma.
Thanks, Art.
All right, Mike, final words before we get the results in and wrap this one up.
Yeah, I feel like a broken record always saying this, but for the people that are watching, this league is super clean. Even James said it. James hasn't been in the league for very long, and he recognizes it. This is a league that is well run, well organized, great group of guys. You saw tonight, Jason obviously dominated, but usually the racing is super tight, super close. Bunch of guys just racing real hard, very clean. If you're interested, please apply to the league. It's very easy to look us up. Look for Diehard Racing on the iRacing, and it was a great race to watch. Congrats to Jason. Congrats to the top three. Congrats to everyone. It was a well-run race. It was a harder car to drive on a harder track, and everyone kept it clean and green for a long time.
And also, we do have 2 different series. If you guys want to run the Cup Series, feel free to apply to that. We also have a Truck and Xfinity Series. If you're more comfortable in the truck or the Xfinity, we also run those too. So look us up on the iRacing directory, Diehard Racing League, and feel free to put in the application, and we will do our best to get you out on track and on TV. But we want to thank everybody at iRacing for getting us on the portal. Everybody here at Diehard, this has been my home ever since I joined iRacing. It's the first league that I joined, and the only league that I've never left because Mike hit the nail on the head. This is probably undoubtedly the cleanest league I've ever seen, and I am proud to say that I am a big part of this league, and I'm very appreciative to be able to put on these broadcasts week after week after week to showcase just the caliber of racing and the talent that these guys possess. But also we need to emphasize our support and thanks for JMR Outdoors for coming on board as the title series sponsor with the American Hero Hunt Cup Series. A big shout out to Josh and Justin Jones for that. Thank you guys for coming on board. Seth for putting the league on. All the drivers for showing up week in and week out. You guys for tuning in and watching. And that is going to lead us into tonight's results. Obviously, Jason DeVries with a 100% sweep, dominating the entire race, leading every single lap, is going to come home with the race win. The 38 of James Mullins, our pole sitter, he's going to bring it home second. The 75 of Robert Barris third. The 99 of Eric Mickey fourth. The 10 of Todd Cray fifth. The 77 of Seth Schultz, despite having contact and going around in the infield, he's able to salvage a 6th place finish. The 76 of Josh Jones will be your 7th place finisher. Rodney Kramer in the 6th, 8th. We saw the 28 of Adam Nowinski with some net code with the 87 of Sean Bradley. He's able to salvage a 9th out of it. Rounding out the top 10 will be the 16 of Elliott Butler. As we look a little bit back further, the 84 of Brad Speidel is going to bring it home 11th. The 96 of Josh Gallagher 12th. The 24 of Josue Tellez, great to see him back with us again. He's going to bring it home 13th. The 87 of Sean Bradley, who we saw go for a wild ride on his roof, he's going to finish 14th. As well as the 98 of Matt Cherry, 2 times off of turn 2, the exact same circumstance. Unfortunately, that ended their night. He's going to bring it home 15th, and the 30 of Kyle Clenworth is going to round out the field in 16th, as the 35 of Dustin Majewski did not start the race. But once again, that is going to do it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Once again, we will be off next week for Father's Day, but we will return in 2 weeks at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we get set to take on our first road course of the season. We'll be live at Sonoma. So there's a lot of drivers that do a lot of road racing in this league. So it's going to be very interesting to see who is going to be able to hold out at, I'm always going to call it Sears Point, because honestly that's what it was back in the day when it was the Winston Cup Series. But obviously it's Sonoma now. But I'm really looking forward to that road course. But more importantly, with my move incoming, I'm really looking forward to this week coming off. That way I've got time to be able to hopefully make the seamless move and get it all done before we head back here. But once again, we'll also be live with Cyber Racing Association's Homes Now Not Later Super Speedway Series this coming Saturday, where they head to Talladega in the open trucks for a 90-lap race. So don't forget to tune in. That'll kick off at 7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday. But for everybody here, once again, at Diehard, iRacing, Diehard Live, JMR Outdoors, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.